Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm actually not even sure if I'm gonna post this yet. I've been on the fence about getting back into the swing of things, if you call posting 2 videos in 2 weeks the swing of things before. But we had some major life changes happen in the past. Sorry, this windowsill is really dirty, but it's like the best light in the house right now. Yeah, so we had some major life changes happen, and the main thing being that I am pregnant for a 3rd time. It was super unexpected, and we weren't trying to get pregnant, obviously, since it was unexpected. It came as a huge shock to both me and Zach, and I think both of our families too. Our now almost middle child, Ivy, she had just turned 1, and we had just gone on this huge trip with my family who came all the way from Hawaii, and we had gone to Disney and Universal, and we had celebrated both of the girls' birthdays. And I had started interning with MuggleNet.com, writing articles for the news team. I had started my Instagram, and so it was like all this stuff had happened. And then once everybody left, this is like the backstory of how we found out, if anybody cares. And if you've had a similar, I guess, experience or shock, please let me know, because I would love to hear it. It's always nice kind of knowing that you're not alone out there. But yeah, so once everybody left and my mom left and everything got back in, into groove, and Penelope went back to school and everything, I woke up one morning and I had this crazy dream that I was hugely pregnant, and I had all these like wires and needles sticking out of my belly. And I was like, whoa, that's a pretty weird dream to be having. And I wasn't expecting it. And I was like, you know what? I have got a pregnancy test underneath my sink. It's like one of the really cheap ones. I was like, I'll just take it and it'll make me feel better, just because the dream was so vivid and so creepy. And so I sat there and I took it. And you know how, I know a lot of people say don't look at the test once you've taken it, wait the 3 minutes or whatever for the result. But if you stare at the test, like, you can see where the urine saturates the strip. And so I sat there and I watched it, and I watched that first line, which is the test line. I watched that turn pink, and then the control line turned pink. And I was like, no, it's not happening. I'm not pregnant. I don't feel pregnant. I'm about to start my period in like a week. I was like, I'm not pregnant. That's just a cheap store. It's a cheap test, false positive. So I got Penelope ready for school, and I dropped her off at school with Ivy, and then we went to the commissary on base, which is the grocery store on military base, is what it's called. And I went and got a first response test. And it came with like an analog or like digital, and then a classic first response test. And I rushed home because I was, like freaking out. And I took them, even though, everything says don't take it unless it's like first thing in the morning when your HCG levels would be like highest. Well, I took it anyway because I was like, there's no way I'm pregnant. And yeah, they both immediately came back pregnant, like immediate, and like perfect positive. Not even like a faint line where you could be like, maybe, not a faulty test for the digital one. They were both strongly positive. And I was like, I'm doomed. Like, I have a 1-year-old who still isn't a great sleeper. I've got a 5-year-old who, she's not jealous per se, but we spent 4 years with only Penelope, and then we had Ivy. So Penelope got in the groove of things. I really shouldn't have waited that long between the girls, but I did. And Penelope got used to things, and she's still not even used to splitting her time or splitting up our time between Ivy and Penelope. And I immediately started bawling my eyes out, you know, and I'll hate for if my channel does stick around, which I hope it does, because I like making videos. I like talking and meeting new people and all this. But yeah, so I was sobbing. I immediately called Zach and I was like, you need to get home right now. I was like, you're gonna kill me. Because he had been having these like financial meltdowns, because I don't have a job and we're just a enlisted Air Force family on one income. We have 2 girls, 2 dogs, me and him. Really, he's the one with the bad money habits. Not really bad money habits, but he likes nice stuff. You know, champagne taste on a box wine budget, that sort of thing. Which I guess we both do, but he's worse about electronics because that's his job. Anyway, he was like, okay, I'm coming. And he rushed home. And he was like, what happened? Who died? And I remember sitting underneath the bar in our kitchen, and I was just like tucked up into a ball, and I was screaming, and I was like, I'm pregnant. And he was like, oh my God, I thought somebody died. And I was like, no. I was like, but like this can't happen right now. And he was so positive and like sweet about it. He was like, don't worry, it might not, like, you don't need to worry about anything before you know if it's actually true. So he was like, just go ahead and call the doctor, everything will be okay regardless. So I called the doctor and we went to the doctor, I think the next day. And I was like, you know, it's just a UTI, I'm sure of it, because I've been having these really bad cramps, and I was even going to come to the doctor for this, like, for maybe polycystic ovarian syndrome, because I had been getting these horrible pains in my ovaries before my periods. And it was ovaries, not so much, you know, like uterine cramping. Sorry for the picture or the diagram. You get what I mean, you know. So yeah, and they were like, nope, you're pregnant. Here's a referral to go to an OB off base, and here is a prescription for prenatals. And I was like, oh my God, like this is happening. I still wasn't doing great about it. I was still in a very negative and dark headspace about all of it. So I went to the OB, and they did a ultrasound, a really early ultrasound, and all it showed was the sac and nothing else inside. So they were like, you're gonna miscarry, or it's just really early. But they printed out all these miscarriage and like blighted ovum forms for me, and they're like, here you go, just prepare yourself. And they're like, you know, do the blood test and then come back and we'll do another ultrasound in a week. And so through that time, it was I didn't eat anything, I barely drank anything, I didn't talk to anybody. And then we went back. The dogs are barking, so the baby's gonna wake up soon. But yeah, I went back in a week, and then we did the ultrasound again, and it showed something. And it actually looks like it almost showed 2 egg sacs, right? No, yolk sacs. But the one that was up here was like, this one was this big down here on this side of my uterus, and this one was like tiny up in the corner, and they're like, it's nothing. So, but to me, it was a circular structure. So that confirmed it, and they confirmed that I was on, 6 weeks at the time. And so now I am 13 weeks pregnant. This is a really long video, but it's just, you know, backstory. And I didn't do YouTube with my other 2 pregnancies, but I want to keep it up with this one, because I know it helps me a lot to not feel alone when I'm pregnant, because I don't really have any friends. I don't have anybody to talk to compare stories with and experiences. So I know what got me through my last pregnancy to not feel so alone is I was pregnant at the exact same time as Anna Ciccone. And, you know, I get to watch her updates and stuff, and I could compare it to mine. And it just made me feel like I wasn't alone. And oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. Pregnancy hormones. Yeah, so I want to put these up there because I don't want anybody to feel like they're alone in their journey. You know, even if you have a supportive partner and a loving family and stuff, it can be hard, especially when it's unexpected. So yeah, everything I've come to accept and be really excited about this pregnancy, but it took me a while, and that's nothing to feel ashamed about. Because when things are unexpected and changes happen and you don't know what to do and you don't necessarily know how to vocalize those feelings and you just internalize, it can be really hard. And that's how it was really hard on me, because I wasn't ready to have another baby. I wanted one in the future, but right now I just wanted to enjoy being a mom to Penelope. I wanted to get my full time with Ivy. I wasn't ready to share my love. And so it took me a while to come to terms, you know, that I was pregnant and that this was happening and that this baby is a blessing, but that, you know, getting pregnant at this time and everything was indeed a blessing and not a curse. And, you know, God was telling us that we were ready, even though we didn't think we were. And yeah, so we're excited. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I'm crying right now. Zach's excited, which I'm gonna have to try to get him on board with the whole filming videos thing. I don't know if he ever will be, but we'll see. Yeah, so yeah, send me or leave a comment down below, or go to even my Instagram, which you don't have to follow me. I'm not doing this as a plug, but it's at, what is it? Never mind. I guess don't go to it. I'm gonna have to edit that part out. But yeah, yeah. So leave a comment and let me know if you're okay and how you're doing, and if you have similar experiences with unexpected pregnancies. And everything's gonna be okay, and it's gonna be great. And you just have to stay healthy. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't have the voice. I don't have the face for it. That's not what I'm doing. But yeah. Okay, so this is about 13 minutes of backstory. So I gained a lot of weight. Not a lot, but it's been like, I had lost weight there at the beginning because I wasn't really eating. And I'll do a bump date. But yeah, I think I'll save that for the next video. I'll do an actual like week update. For now, I'm gonna go get up Ivy, and then we have to go pick up Penelope from school and drop her off at dance, and then go figure out dinner because I don't want to cook tonight. Be right back. Oh, is that Peppa and George? You want to make them do the sound? Oh no! Oh. I don't think Peppa does anything besides that now. Yes, Mr. Grouper. You giving him kisses? Oh, thank you. It's like Christmas when you go through Sissy's old stuff. Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to go out, but it won't let me. Oh well. Ooh, a dress. So we are sitting here going through, Penelope had some old toys in her closet. And it's ones that like Ivy would like to play with now, you know, like little stuffed toys like that, and dolls, because Ivy loves dolls. So yeah, we're going through all these now. See, Oscar. Ready? What do you think? Their favorite one is this baby doll. And Peppa, of course. But Peppa doesn't do much anymore. So we are off to get Penelope from school. She is in kindergarten at the base school here on McDill. So it's not like a military dodge school like Zach and I went to when we were younger / when we were in high school. I accelerated with too much force, and then a neighbor that I knew drove past and I was like, no, they can't see me talking to myself, even though they might just think I'm talking to Ivy, so who knows. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick up Penelope and hopefully she's in a good mood. She hasn't, since we started dance here, she hasn't really been that into it, so every time that I tell her she has dance, because she has it 2 days a week, every time I tell her, she's always like, I don't want to go to dance, because she really misses gymnastics, because she did gymnastics a lot in Georgia before we moved, and she loved it. She had been doing that since she was like 1.5. No, like 2. I'm over exaggerating. I think she's like 2 when she started gymnastics there. But yeah, it's so awkward going to school pickup because I don't just wait in the line like everybody else does, which there's no cars in line. Am I like late? There's normally like a line of cars and there is nobody today. It's 3 o'clock. Oh, I don't know. That's strange. There's people that are in the parking lot, but oh no, I don't know. But yeah, so we park in the side drop-off pickup parking lot, and then we just like walk to get her because she's in kindergarten. And then when we drop her off in the mornings, we park in the same parking lot and then we just walk her in. Even though lately she's been seeing like her friends walking in at the same time, and so then she's like, oh, I want to walk with so and so, and so then she'll be like, bye mom, love you, and then she just runs ahead and doesn't give me a hug or anything. And part of me is like, my baby, like, come back and hug me. And then I remember she's 5 and she's got to start growing up sometime, so I let it happen because I know she's not doing it in a mean. She doesn't realize that like I miss her so much, but yeah, it's cute seeing her grow and develop. Ivy's playing with a little medicine syringe sucker thing, you know, like what they give you with like infant Tylenol and infant ibuprofen and stuff. She's trying to give that to a baby doll right now. But yeah, so ooh, here we go. Let's go pick up Penelope. have a good time at dance.
I will.
All right, get out of the road. Hey. And she's off. It's like literally that first door in there, so she's good.
You go first. My red card, so I win. Mine is the flyest, so I win. Because mine goes up, and then to the top, and then look. I love Mocha away. Mommy, what is it? What is it?
What did I get?
My sister was supposed to send you a video of me doing my dance.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Your dance teacher?
Send you a picture of me dancing.
Ooh.
And my other picture.